What a series of incredible surprises. First, Fitch downgrades Greece's credit rating from C to triple C. Who saw that coming? But triple C? Shouldn't it be double D for definitely defaulting? Talk about closing the barn door after the horses have departed. A message to Fitch management. The horses were auctioned off a month ago, and the barn is burned to the ground. And oh yes, Standard & Poor's downgraded Greece to triple C in June of 2011. Idiots. In another surprise, Steen Jacobson, chief economist at Saxo Bank, categorized the Greek agreement as smoke and mirrors. That's ridiculous. The Greek deal was a non-deal. There are a lot of things that need to be agreed over the next 2 weeks, said Jacobson. You can't get anything by the guys at Saxo Bank. I plan to open up a Christmas club with them. Domestically, Sears Holdings surprised Wall Street by posting a $2.4 billion fourth quarter loss. First Greece and now Sears. How could two entities with such exceptional leadership be floundering so badly? Our poor financial results in 2011, culminating in a very poor fourth quarter, underscore the need to accelerate the transformation of Sears Holdings, said Chairman Edward Lampert. While some may claim that these results are a continuation of a trend, I believe that they are an anomaly. An anomaly. An incongruity or inconsistency. Yeah, that's what it is, Eddie. It clearly doesn't have anything to do with sales that have consistently declined since 2006, nor could it be related to any downward trend in earnings. For the life of me, I can't detect any pattern in the numbers. Let's see. Sears earned a total of $1.49 billion in 2006. Then earnings dropped almost in half in 2007. Earnings almost flatlined in 2008, but then they rebounded to $235 million in 2009. But in 2010, profits were cut in half again at $133 million. And then last year, the company lost a whopping $3.14 billion. No pattern there. Sometimes in business, you simply get blindsided by events. It's nobody's fault, just the reality of operating in an uncertain environment. Ask the management at General Motors. They'll tell you. We have watched this venerable retail icon slowly sink since Eddie Lampert acquired the company in 2006. Lampert, a billionaire hedge fund manager, is considered by some as our generation's greatest investor. Everything Lampert touched turned a profit. That is, until he decided to touch Sears. Lampert even profited by buying up bankrupt Kmart. He didn't buy Kmart for its moribund retail operation, but for its real estate. And in 2003, shortly after Kmart emerged from bankruptcy, Lampert sold off less than 5% of Kmart's real estate holdings for almost as much as he paid for the entire company. Of course, that was before real estate values went in the dumper. That worked so well that he decided to duplicate the feat by acquiring Sears. Again, not for the retail operation, but for the real estate. Too bad for Eddie, there seems to be a real estate glut these days, because it's fairly clear his genius doesn't extend into the realm of retail. Lampert may still turn a profit from his acquisition of Sears, but it won't be from its retail operation. Unless this egomaniacal control freak is willing to step aside, I doubt that Sears will be able to turn their retail fortunes around. In a story that was under most people's radar, you'll be surprised to know that Google, who is suffering some minor PR problems related to invasion of privacy issues, has retained former Congresswoman Susan Molinari to oversee government outreach in the Americas. I like that. Government outreach. It sounds so friendly. But the surprising part isn't that a major corporation would hire an ex-congressperson to help smooth over a rough patch, or even that Google, who professes to do no evil, would possibly, and obviously inadvertently, do a little evil. No, The real surprise is that an ex-congressperson would become a lobbyist. I mean, how often does that happen? And in the biggest surprise of all, the United States taxpayer will not be getting their money back on the AIG bailout, despite the company's 77% surge in fourth quarter operating profits. Coincidentally, 77% is also the ownership stake that the U.S. Treasury has in AIG. Too bad that even with AIG's stock rising almost 50% since late 2011, the government's stake is only worth about $43 billion. That leaves us about $42 billion short of our initial investment. But I'm sure we're all happy for AIG's current stockholders.